Hi, this is Nick from Billet Technology. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install a Billet Technology catch can on an SRT Jeeps. You will follow the same steps if you have a 5.7 Jeep or a Durango 5.7. Your kit will come obviously with the catch can, your hoses, double male bar fittings, the hardware. You will need a flathead screwdriver, a 9/16 wrench, and a 14mm wrench will also work. Having both of them will help you later on as well. Where you're going to be installing your catch can is in this bracket right here in this area. And first you're going to need to remove these little brackets if you do have them. Not every vehicle comes with them, but if you do have them, you'll need to remove them. They don't come out easy. You actually have a locking mechanism here that you need to pry on and then pull on it so it comes up as you're prying. They'll come right off if you do follow those steps. Again, pull on it on the locking mechanism and then pull up. The locking mechanism I'm talking about is this right here. Next thing will be to remove your stock PCV line. You will find that from your PCV valve to your intake manifold. This car doesn't have it because it's already been removed, but it will be a hard line that's attached to this rubber openings. When you remove that, make sure to leave your rubber couplers there. We're going to use those later on. Leave those there. The hardware that comes with your catch can will look like that. It's 2 bolts, two nuts, washers, and a lock washer. Leaving the lock washer and the washer on the bolt side, unscrew the nut, feed it through your bracket here from the back, and then the nut should be on the front. This area is quite tight. The nut won't be able to move, so you're going to have to screw the nut from the back, the bolt from the back, excuse me, like so. You will need maybe a few turns, not too much, because you want to leave enough space for the bracket to fit here. So we'll leave some space there. Same thing on this side. Lock washer and the washer on the bolt side, and undo the nut. Feed it from the back, and the nut should be on the front here as well. Again, the nut will not spin. It will be the bolt. Holding the nut stationary. There you go. Just a few turns. And that's where your bracket will fall. Grab your catch can, line it up with your 2 bolts and nuts here, and make sure you're nice and flat with the stock bracket and against the Billet Technology bracket, and by hand tighten up your bolts to hold your catch can in place until it's nice and snug, of course, so you can let go and get your tools and secure it properly. Make sure to check both sides before you let it go. You don't want your catch can to be falling from here. There you go. It's in place. 9/16 for a 14mm will work. As you're tightening, make sure to hold your bracket down. You don't want it to move about. As you tighten, you will see the lock washer will flatten. Do not over tighten, just until the lock washer is flat. Okay. Same thing on this side, just tighten until it is nice and smooth. Oh, there you go. Alright. When you have your wrenches in here, be careful not to scratch your bracket. Please don't find out the hard way.
Maybe get a microfiber cloth, correct?
Just be careful. It's tight area right there. Just be careful, of course. Now we're gonna move to the hoses next. Again, you will be provided with 2 double male bar fittings. If you bought our PCV line, our standard, the fittings will go straight to the hose. 1 in each hose. If you have our braided line like you see here, it'll come with 4 hose ends. You can pick the color. You can get them to match the catch can. You can get them satin or different colors. You let us know. If you have the hose ends go first on the hose. Then the double male bar fitting, like so. This hose is ready for attaching. Same thing on this one. hose end first if you have the braided line kit, then your double male bar fitting. You have a symmetrical catch can here, so either side could be in or out. With the 5.7, after you have your engine cover off, you might route it slightly different than I'm doing it, and it's okay. We do give you a little bit more hose than usual, so you can do that if you want to route it slightly different. This one will go just like so. And with the double male bar fitting on that rubber side that we left there earlier, push until it's secure all the way. You see that it's nice and flush. And on the catch can side, the same thing. If you have the PCV rubber hose, right on. If you have the braided line, hose end first, then to the catch can. Next, double male bar fitting on the rubber coupler we left there before, all the way. There you go. Got the hose down here to the catch can. Same thing, PCV right to the can. You have the braided line, hose end first, and then to the can. If you have a 5.7, put your engine cover back on. If you have a 6.4, you're all done. Thank you so much for your business.